What's up, guys? Coming at you once again. This is Tips by Abdul Sabri. Today, my tip for you today is always continues to keep doing your workouts, continues to make it interesting for yourself, and always plan for them. You know, always plan and map out your plan for your workouts so that they don't get any point of being you get stagnated, or to the point that they're not interested, or you get bored with your exercises. So always just try to make it interesting for yourself. Today I'm at this park called South Park, or I guess it's South Park Park. It's in Orlando. They got a nice patio out here, and I decided to do this workout on this patio. As you can see it right below my feet here, this brown patio. It's pretty big. But I'm gonna try to do this workout in this nice area here. Now, although I want to, get the workout done, I want to encourage you guys to be safe, remain with your safe distance. Also, vampire cough if you have to, sneeze and all that. And then also, make sure that you're wearing your mask and all that when you're out in public and around other people and things of that nature. It protects you, and also protects you from them, and them from you, at the same time. So just make sure that you are protecting yourself throughout the day, throughout the weeks that you're going. This coronavirus is still in effect. And then make sure you remain social, keep that social distance as much as possible. But just to cut that short, I'm gonna go and start out my workout. The workout today, I'm gonna start out with mountain climbing today. And I got my towel down here. Start out with some mountain climbing. And then after the mountain climbing will be squats. We're gonna do some body squats on that nature. So we're gonna try to get to it as much as possible, and we'll make the transition as easy as possible. All right, so I'm gonna keep this towel here. But I'm gonna start out doing the mountain climbing, and then as my feet are right now on this on the towel now, I'm gonna stand here and then do the squats right behind it. Okay, so mountain climbing right behind it, right before it. All right, so and you can do a series of mountain climbing. You can do it where your knees come outside your hands, or outside your elbows, or you can do them come inside your hands and your elbows in the inside here. You can keep them wide as you possibly can, and it targets a lot of the range of those muscles, the intercostal muscles and the abdominal muscles or oblique muscles on the sides. All right, so you can keep it tight as much as you possibly can. Try not to keep it where you keep your butt up. So you want to keep your hips down as much as you possibly can, and then pull them legs up, pull them knees up as much as you can. And that's my thing. I want to make sure that I'm doing abdominals every day of the week that I work out. So every time that I work out, I want to make sure that I'm also hitting abdominal work some kind of way or another. It may not be a whole lot, but I just want to be able to do enough to keep those muscles targeted and keep them performing. Not underperforming, but just keep them performing as I go on throughout the days of doing my exercises. All right, so again on these squats, and this will be 20 squats on these. We'll do no less than 20 squats on every time we go to squat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you want to push your hips back on this as much as you possibly can. Try not squat where your knees come forward, because that's going to end up being a conjugation in the knees and having all kind of issues with the knees later on down the line. But you want to push your hips back as much as you possibly can in doing these squats. Okay. All right. So I think we was at 8. So I'll go again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. And it's pretty hot out here too. It's not unbearable hot, but it is hot. All right, we're back to the mountain climbing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 20 squats again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And also for you guys that don't really know where the majority of my videos are at, they are on YouTube. Tips by Abdul Sabri basically is my handle for that channel. So you guys can go and watch my videos that I have done before. I post very little videos on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but Facebook and Instagram, but I do post them, but not as much. But the majority of my videos will be or are on YouTube. And that's Tips by Abdul Sabri. All right, back to the mountain climbing. Squats. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20. You want to stay as consistent as possible as you're doing these abdominal work, doing squats, whatever it is. Try to stay consistent. Your body responds to consistency, not to hit and miss. And what I mean by hitting and miss, that means by working out every now and then. Working out when you feel like it. Or working out one day a week. But if you're consistent working out one day a week, that is a plus. But you just want to be consistent with it. Whenever you do it, or whatever you do, you want to be consistent as possible. Like I said, the body responds to consistency. You want to be consistent to get the maximum results out of your workouts and your exercises that you're doing day in and day out. So I said to myself today, went to the store to gather up some more foods and things of that nature, trying to make sure that I keep all the proteins that as much as I possibly can into my nutritional foods that I eat every day. And I don't want to call it a diet because it's not a diet, it's a way of life. It's something that you're changing to make better for yourself on down the line. All right, let's go to it again. We'll go back to these mountain climbing. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then still again, you want to keep your hips down. Your hips down on the mountain climbing as much as possible. Try to keep them down so you can get the maximum effect out of your workouts when you're doing it. All right, so now we're going back to the squats. I'm gonna come a little closer on the squats on this time. Feet out. And I was actually trying to sit back there in the shade just a little bit. That's why I was back a little further. Because the sun can be a little crucial sometimes. All right, so real quick, stay on it. 1, 2, 3. Remember, keep your hips back, push them back as far as you can. 4, 5. I always use my hands. 6 up front just for balance. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. And there's another tip that I want to give you guys also when you're doing the squats. When you're squatting, you want to keep everything tight as you can while you're squatting. In the downward position, in the upward position, you want to squeeze your butt muscles as much as you possibly can, because you are flexing and you are using those muscles while you're squatting. So you want to flex them as much as you can when you go down, when you come up from that squat position, squeezing those gluteus minimus and the gluteus maximus muscle groups as much as you possibly can. Squeeze them out. You help to shape and tightening up that buttocks as much as you possibly can. That's what you're doing when you're doing that squeezing. And also you're getting the full effect out of your workout when you're doing it. Because remember, all your muscle groups should be always tight when you're doing it. So you want to stay to it as much as possible, okay? All right, so that's another tip for you guys. All right, so let's go back to the mountain climbing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All the mountain climbing is 15. All the squats are 20. All right. So this is the last one. I'm only doing like 4 sets of squats. You don't have to kill yourself. You want to be consistent. Body responds to consistency, not about killing yourself. It is not about killing yourself. It's about being consistent in your workouts. Get the maximum effect out of your workouts. Produce as much as you can while you can, and then your body will produce what it can and provide the rewards to you later. So you just keep it up as much as you possibly can. All right, so this is the last squat. And I'm also going to move on to other abdominal exercises. And remember, I always said it in a few of my videos prior to this, that I always do my things in 2 parts. I might run, but that's not my workout. Then I do my workout afterwards, after I finish the runs that I normally do. Today I didn't run. They don't have much of a track. The park is like under construction, most of the part of it. So I didn't feel like running today, so I just went ahead and just started on my workout. So that's basically what I'm doing. All right, so now last squat, 20 reps. And on these, on the squats, you can do them different ways. Now, as I step back, you can see you can squat with your feet straight ahead. You can squat with your feet turned out just a little, and then squat a little bit more with your feet turned out a little bit more. Why do this, you might ask? This is so that when you're squatting, you are affecting different sides of the quad muscles that you have. And remember, quad means 4. So you got a division of four muscle groups under parts of the quads that you may have. So you want to change the feet up as much as you possibly can to target all those different muscle groups. You don't want to have a good striations or good set of muscles in the front that's toned up front without having the sides and then having the hamstrings. You know, you want to have it all virtually rounded. You have it all rounded out as much as you possibly can. All right, so here's the squat, last squat. Now this one is the one turning your feet a little bit straighter is a little bit harder. So you got to work more on your balance when you're doing this. Put your hands out front if you have to. You got to push your hips back because your hips will be your balance backwards and your hands will be your balance up front, so that you can kind of like balance it out. So you got to kind of like watch that when you're doing it. So like I said, it is a little bit more difficult to do it straight ahead without having the sheer balance that you need, because if you don't, you'll tend to fall down or something of that nature. All right, so real quick, we're going to do 20 squats for this one. This will be the last one. This last one, this is all directly up front. All right, so real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, one more, 20, good. All right, guys. Now, I'm gonna end this video with this. These are my tips for you for today. Again, this is Fitness Tips by Abdul Sabri. You guys stay frosty with your workouts and with your nutritional values. Make sure you stay on them, stay on them, stay on them, stay on them. Much as you possibly can, stay on point with them. Now, during this time of this virus and things are going on in nature, we wanna make sure that we stay on our workouts as much as we possibly can. Stay on nutrition. And if you are overweight, this is a definitely great time for you to try to chisel down that midsection. Chisel down that body fat that you have on you. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Tracy, one of my ex-co-workers at FedEx. I seen her, one of her pictures where she's been training down her midsections. Hats off to you, Tracy. Tracy Williams, that is. Stay with it as much as you possibly can. Nutrition is key, workout is key. Stay on it. Be peace.